This is my dog Fiona. I just realized I spent like a half an hour talking about her in a get ready with me and I didn't even show her. So today is my skincare video in my acne journey or whatever. I've had pretty bad acne for most of my life, like since I was like 12 and on. It only started clearing up this past year. If I can find the pictures, well, you would have already seen them in the thumbnail, so I probably found them, Fiona. Then I will have had them up of what my skin was looking like beforehand. I had lots of acne on my forehead and a lot of hormonal acne, and I started to get a little bit of acne on my chest and my back. Also, if you are just here to see my skincare routine, I'll put that in the time somewhere around here. Beforehand, I'm going to kind of talk about like what I have like done to try and clear my acne up until my skincare routine. So I started getting acne when I was pretty young, like 10 to 12, like 11, 12, somewhere in there. And I first started just trying like drugstore things, drugstore face washes and stuff like that that said they helped acne, as I'm sure most people with acne problems do. By the way, I'm very bundled up today. I'm cold. I do not feel like dressing up. So yeah, I started there. Then that didn't work, and Dr. Oz was kind of like a big thing. I don't know if he's still a big thing, but he was talking about panoxyl, which is like a face wash that has like, it's like 10% benzoyl peroxide, I think it's what it was called. The benzoyl peroxide really like dries out your skin and dries out the acne, and it can be very abrasive for your skin. It's not really good for your skin, but I tried that. It didn't really help. So yeah, I ended up trying Proactive, X Out, and different Proactive lines. But then later on, a couple years after, they were all like, oh no, Proactive actually doesn't help. It just, later I found out that dermatologist was telling me that it seems to help for like a couple months. Like it will clear out like surface acne, but then it can even cause more acne problems down the line. So my like facialist person that used to wax my face and stuff, I wax my own face now, but she was like certified and like went to school for all that stuff and whatever. So I tried lots and lots of dermatologist recommended and like that kind of like high-end skin routines and stuff like that. So I tried lots of those, several of those from her. None of them worked. And then I went to, there's a dermatologist here where I live, but they also do facials. So it's like you see the dermatologist and then they like suggest you to certain skincare things, or like have you go through several facial processes or whatever. My nose really itches. So I did that. I did this one facial that, first off, I did like a full extraction, and at the other facial place I would do extractions too. That's just when they like pop everything on your face and clear your pores. But at this one I would do full extractions, and they also did another one for me where it was kind of like this mask they put on my face that I wouldn't wash it off until it was time to sleep. And then over the course of that next week, the skin on your face would peel, and that would just kind of like clear all the dead skin cells. My hair's a mess. I'm just all kinds of mess today. I haven't worn this makeup for a while. Yeah, it would just clear all that dead skin and get bacteria. I don't know. It was supposed to really help, and it helped for a little bit, but then it all just came back anyways, like I thought it would. I was kind of just, after so long of trying so many different things, I just felt like none of that really worked. They had me on like a pretty intense skincare routine from their skincare line. They had a couple different skincare lines, but this was the one that they like recommended me, so I tried that. The face wash had probably worked about as good as, and like it worked better than most face washes I have tried before. It still didn't like help my hormonal acne at all, although it was kind of weird. Mine was like my skin would, around my period, right before, my skin would be really clear, and then it would all just go crazy throughout the month. But I went to see a different dermatologist at like the hospital area clinical place here, and they prescribed me a antibacterial. I know lots of different people have different views on like how far they'll go to clear their acne and stuff like that. They prescribed me like minocycline, I think is what it was called, and basically that was just supposed to get rid of all of the bacteria that would cause acne in my skin. Just sit, if you don't mind, sit. I did some modeling for a while. My skin is just something I really wanted to clear up because it was just kind of a pain, you know, with a makeup artist and everything, and just, you know, for modeling you kind of want to put your best foot forward. So it's clearing my skin for that, but mainly just like myself, I had acne forever and I just kind of wanted it to be gone. They prescribed me that, and I was supposed to, antibacterials, you're not really supposed to be on for a long time, and you have to take them religiously, because if you like take them and then like forget a couple days, like your body will build up an immunity to it, so then it'll no longer work for you or whatever. And my skin was clearing up a lot. I still got hormonal acne, but for the most part all the acne on my forehead had cleared up. After I ran out of my fills for that and I stopped taking it, my acne just like bam, like was coming back like hard. And so I had to do something for it. Like I didn't want it to get back to how it was. I had gotten so far already. I got a couple more refills just for, I had a modeling thing. I was going to LA for a little bit to meet with agents, and I had ran out right before then, so I had to get a fill just to get me through then. So my skin was clear throughout that time period. I have always had very, very, very bad periods. Like my cramps are awful. My first couple periods weren't too bad, but it was like around period 3 or 4 where everything I ate would just make me sick, and at like a certain time of the day, like between 12 to 2, I would just be like in bed and I couldn't do anything. I felt like I was gonna throw up because the cramps were so bad and I just couldn't like do anything, and I would bloat really, really bad. But several months ago, I would get these either the day before, either a couple days before my period, or right when my period started, I would wake up with these horrible cramps, and then I would basically, like, I would be sweating so bad and I would have goosebumps everywhere. It felt, this is gonna get a little TMI, but it felt, I don't know how to explain it actually, but I had to like stay in the bathroom for like 4 hours until I didn't have, like, there was this one time where I had plans to see my boyfriend that day, and he had drove down from wherever he was at the time, and I just had to, like, I couldn't cancel my plans until literally we were supposed to meet like minutes before. I couldn't get on my phone or anything. I just had to like lay in the bathroom. I'd like rotate from like sitting on the toilet, TMI, to laying on the floor feeling like I was gonna throw up, to sit. It would like come in like not contractions, that's like if you're pregnant, right? It would come in, but in something like that, like intervals where it would get really, really bad, and then it would like calm down for like 5 seconds, but like during that 5 seconds you couldn't hardly relax because you knew it was gonna come again, and then it would come again and you'd just be awful. Like, it got to a point where I was like, you know what, if someone came in here and shot me, I would be like, I would thank them. It got that bad. And one time it was just so bad, I called my mom and I was like, Mom, you have to make a doctor's appointment, like I don't feel good at all, it just like, it's not okay or whatever. So she made a gynecology appointment. Before this, when I went to refill the minocycline, which is the antibacterial, they were like, because I also had mentioned I had bad cramps, and they're like, well, here's the list of like birth controls you can get on. It's acne but made cramps worse. One helped cramps but made acne worse. You feel me? And then there's this one which is like, and I know there's like lots of controversy with Yasmin, is like the universal one that helps. It has both hormones or whatever, and it's just the universal one that will help both. But my mom was like, no, I don't think we want to do that or whatever, like Yasmin, like there's, like you look up Yasmin and there's not a lot of good things about it. But then when I went to this doctor, like fast forward again, when I went to this doctor, she's like, well, she had the same like list of birth controls to get on or whatever, and I decided to get on that because there's just, I didn't want my acne to get worse, and there was no way like I'd be able to handle any worse cramps. So yeah, that's that. I haven't been on birth control for a full year yet, but my my acne really started to clear up. I haven't had cramps like that since I've gotten on birth control, so it's really helped with that. And I know that everyone's skin's different, and I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, get on birth control or whatever, because it didn't completely clear up my skin. I would still get some hormonal acne and stuff like that, and every now and then I get like a breakout on my cheek or my forehead. By the way, I'm not wearing foundation, if that was a question. It wouldn't make sense to wear foundation and sit here and talk about how much my skin is cleared up, and you guys just see like a mask of foundation. But anyways, I also just, when my skin started to clear up, I stopped wearing foundation. I had acne for so long, and it's like, and I'd always think, why do girls with perfect skin, she's close to that spider cut, Fiona babe, wear foundation at all? Like, their skin looks better just as it is. And I understand people wear foundation because they want to, or because of this and that and that. I understand that now, but like, I just got to a point where it's like, sometimes foundation just looks bad on me, and I spent so long trying to make it look like skin anyways. Just let my skin shine through, all that dumb stuff. So yeah, I don't wear foundation, and I do think that that has helped out my skin, mainly with my pores. I had very enlarged pores, and I found that when I stopped wearing foundation, my pores have closed up like dramatically, and there are less clogged pores around my nose. So yes, everyone's skin is different, and they all really need to try different things, but this is just what worked for me. So don't go thinking that I'm like, get on birth control, it'll help your acne, it'll fix all your problems. But that's what I am doing right now, just because I haven't found anything else that worked. I know some people are like, don't take some like medication or birth control just to cure your acne or stuff like that, but honestly, I can't like think back and like think what it's like to have those cramps again. I would have to cancel things, I'd have to call into work sick, and it's just not like something I ever want to go back to. And this has been really helping me, and whether I find something else that helps me further down the line or not, I don't know, but right now this has helped me. So that being said, I am on birth control now. I haven't been on for a full year yet, but I did still get acne and a couple like breakouts that weren't like hormonal, and then I still got like some hormonal breakouts and stuff like that. With the minocycline, all of my like chest, back, and like most of my forehead had cleared up. I just get one every now and then. I still, without my skincare routine I'm using today, I really wanted to make sure it was my skincare routine and make sure like things were actually like clearing up, and it was because of these products I'm going to show you that my skin is like doing well. I still get like this here, you can see that's a dark spot from when I like took a break from my skincare routine. Over winter break, I went home to my parents' house, and I kind of slacked off on my skincare routine, but that was like the real test to see if these products were really working for me. And I did break out over then because I was like slacking off on my skincare routine. So like the things I do here all have a purpose. It's not like one of those skincare routines that like, oh, you have like 60 steps and stuff like that. That's another thing. I used to do like these very in-depth skincare routines and have like 1,000 steps for my face. But now I feel like I really have it simplified down to things that are actually helping me, and like I actually have to use, feel like I have to use to keep my results. I'm going cruelty free. I'm in the process of it, and basically what I'm gonna do, I only have a few products that I use overall that aren't cruelty free. Once I'm out of them, I will not be repurchasing them. I have a few things on my mind that I'm going to replace them with when I'm done, that I'm pretty sure will work. The ingredients look great. It looks like stuff that is ingredients that I've worked with for my skin in the past, so that's what I'm gonna do. Most of these products here are very like drugstore priced too. I have spent so much of my life using these high-end, expensive like skincare things, but I have transitioned and like found things that work way better for my skin. Really, your skin is like its own organism, and it was built to heal itself. Lots of times nowadays we have trashy food and trashy things we're pumping into our body, and like the atmosphere outside is just getting garbage, so it needs a little bit of help, but you don't have to drown it and like do everything for it. So I have found that kind of leaving it be and just doing minimal steps with like pretty natural or simple products has worked the best for me. And I know like a year ago I would never think that would work for my acne. I'd be like, I need the strongest thing, I need to do this, da da da. I have to like do a skincare routine that takes like 30 minutes, it is like 20 products, stuff like that. So but now I'm very happy with how my skincare routine is now. I just have to replace like 2 of the things with cruelty-free items. So at night I remove my makeup, and then with a wash rag and Pond's makeup remover, like cold cream, that's not cruelty free, but that's not going to be an issue getting out of my skincare routine because it hasn't really done anything. Like I only use it on my eyes because I know it'll break me out if I put it anywhere else, so that's not an issue with me. I already have a cruelty free product that I'm putting in the order. Then after that I'll just go in with a warm wash rag, wash the rest of my face, just kind of like wipe off like whatever like makeup I have left during the day if I was wearing any makeup. And then I'll go in with this sponge. It's called like a kombucha, I'll put it somewhere here, sponge. And I saw some YouTuber using this and I decided to transfer, I can't remember her name, but I decided to transfer over to it. I got mine at like TJ Maxx or something like that, and this has definitely improved my skin, like just how it looks, how healthy it is. It really does clear my skin, and it's a very, very light exfoliant. Basically it's like hard and then you get it wet and it like poofs up like a sponge, but it's a very light exfoliant, but it also like really gets the circulation going in your face. Circulation is very good for acne and healing acne scars. Like this dark spot is from winter break, like I was talking before. Using this has helped like my acne scarring healing process, and it also helps heal like current acne. Like over winter break when I came back and I was getting back on my skincare routine, this has really helped heal and just ensure that no little clogged pores or are gonna turn into acne, or there's acne's not gonna start in the first place, because that circulation really gets the blood to there, and so it could heal faster and stuff like that. So I am like a firm believer in the whatever this is called sponge. So yeah, I use this every night, and I used to put a face wash on it, but I found that not using anything, I know this is really weird, but I don't use a face wash at night, and I found that it has helped like dramatically in my skin. And I know that's weird, but, and most people would say, well, if you're gonna skip washing your face at night because that's like the end of your day, all that stuff is, but I found that this works way better for me at night. And I just feel like during the morning I really want to like wash my face well, because it just helps wake me up. I'm anemic and stuff like that, so when I take a shower I have to like rotate hot and cold to just get my blood flowing and like get myself awake and stuff like that. And I found that washing my face also really helps like actually wake me up and feel like okay about the day, not like trash or whatever. After that I use Cedar Wood Oil. And I would never, like 3 years ago, I would never think to put oil on my face. I had oily and acne skin, and I just thought, and true, like if I put straight up oil on my face, I've tried lots of oils for my skin, by the way, after I found out that oil is actually good for you if you have oily skin. But Cedar Wood Oil, this one's from Doterra. My mom is a distributor for it, so I think you need, I'm yawning, a distributor to purchase Doterra, but I'm not 100% sure. If you do, I'll try and put her like distributor code in the description bar if you're interested in their oils. I've used a couple different oils from them, but this is my favorite for my face because there's lots of just natural oils that really help your face out. So anyways, although when testing out new oils, make sure you're not allergic to it first, because I know my dad is like very allergic to cedarwood oil, and if he used this on his face, it would not be good. So, but I don't put this straight up on my face. I mix this in with my moisturizer, and this is one of those things that is not cruelty free. So it's a huge tub though. It's the St. Ives. This actually like makes me even more pissed off than just a non-cruelty free. St. Ives was cruelty free for a while, but then it came out that they were testing on animals behind their customers' backs. So that's absolute trash. I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not, but I've read it and seen it in several places. I don't want to talk about these products too much. Yes, they did work for me and my skin, but I don't like it's not that important to me to have animals being tested for it. Does that make sense? And this is a St. Ives Timeless Skin Collagen Elastic Moisturizer. It's in a tub, so you'd think it'd be like a pretty thick moisturizer, and I've used a lot. This is like a 10-ounce tub, and that's a lot of moisturizer to go through. Especially, I just like put my finger in it and use like a small amount, and it spreads all over my whole face. It's very, very, very lightweight. But then I drip in a couple drops of the cedarwood oil, put it on my face, makes my face look really healthy and dewy, and in the morning I'm all good. And I do this every time after I wash my face. It's not like a just nighttime or morning routine. It's like every time after I wash my face. But once I'm out of this, I am planning on trying out the Wake the Dead coffee scrubs. They're, what is it? I can't remember exactly what it's called. It's like zombie something moisturizer, something like that. But they're moisturizer. They have one moisturizer, and that's what it is. At least I think they have one moisturizer for now. Don't quote me on that, but for now, like, they have one. But I've been reading about it and like looking at the ingredients, and it's all things that like will help my skin, and I think will replace this beautifully. And if not, then if it won't be like quite similar, it will be better because it has better ingredients and even simpler ingredients. And I've read that it is very like it's moisturizing, but it's lightweight, it soaks in fast and stuff like that. That's what I'm gonna replace this with. I'm almost out of this, so I'm probably going to replace it soon. But yeah, like that's a lot of moisturizer to use. So yep, every now and then if I'm feeling like I need a mask, I use there's two masks I actually use. Oh dear Jesus, there's a spider here. Shit. What do I do with that? What do I do? So scared, so scared. Oh, that's a freaky one. Ew. There's two masks I use. I haven't used this first one for a while because I just haven't felt like I've needed it at all. If I feel like I need a very deep, like intense face mask, I use this. This is the Aztec Secrets Indian Healing Clay, well, world's most powerful facial or whatever. And I mix it in with apple cider vinegar, and yeah, I just put that on my face. It dries, it like makes your face pulse. It's very intense. My dad loves this. He always asks when I come home, do you have more of that face mask, face mask or whatever? So I really like this for that, but I haven't felt like I've needed to use this for a long time. Been using is this Wake. I really like the Wake the Dead coffee scrubs facial, like face skincare, everything like that. This is the green tea and tea tree acne control mask. It's very cooling, yeah, control mask. It's very cooling. The first couple ingredients are brown sugar, aloe leaf juice, distilled water, green tea, pure tea tree, coconut oil, like collagen, argan oil, walnut shell. I don't know. It's very good. I like it. Like, after I use this, I really noticed like a brightness factor in my skin and just like the overall quality and looks of my skin. So I really like this for times where I'm feeling like I needed a little extra skincare help, or I just have time for a mask and just to like sit and relax. So yes, this is bomb.com. You also have the option to get the 2.5 ounces. If there's like a mask you want to try, you can do that. The Blemish Control Acne Scrub, I also use the green tea one, I think it's called, the blackhead one. I like this one more, and I know people will say, oh, you're not supposed to use a exfoliator every day, but really just don't like scrub in your skin every day. But I've really found that using some type of exfoliator every day, even if I just really lightly wash my face with it, has very much helped my skin. I just really need something to get in there and get the dead skin cells and make sure it just gets everything off my face, because there's some water in there from the shower. Sorry, Fiona. I just feel like face washes. This has pretty light beads, by the way, and they're natural exfoliants, like natural little beads. So yeah, I use this. I know some people will say not to, but it has dramatically like helped my skin. But the face wash I'm going to replace it with is Wake the Dead Coffee Scrubs. They have a new face wash coming out. It's blood orange something, I think, and I'm going to replace that with this. I'd like to try that one out, and I think it would do great things for my skin. Even better than this. It's got better ingredients, more natural ingredients, things that I know are going to help my skin more. Face wash that the Wake the Dead Coffee Scrubs, I always have to like think, because sometimes I say it out of order, so I have to like stop and think. That's why I always pause, like but I know their face wash doesn't have the little exfoliating beads, which is fine, because I will just use one of their face masks more often, or probably like mix it in a little bit with I'll probably mix in one of their face masks with that face wash in the shower. But first I'm going to straight use the face wash and see if that's going to be enough for my skin. If not, then I'm going to mix probably this mask or one of their other masks with it, because these have little natural like gentle exfoliant beads in there that I love her masks so much. Yes. Also, she is the sweetest thing. Customer service is great. She's so kind to me. When brands are like kind to me on my social media and stuff like that, or like they go out of their way to do some nice gesture or something, really makes a difference, I think, in brand quality to me. This is the Wake the Dead Caffeinated Under Eye Cream. This, before college or whatever, I never really had like bad eye bags or whatever. And it's not necessarily because I'm up all night studying or something, and I don't leave the house to party. I don't like leave the house at all, but I've just noticed I haven't been sleeping well at all. I just thought that a lot of problems I had and a lot of things that were stressing me out before I went to college would just kind of leave when I went to college, but then it just got worse. So I don't know, I just didn't sleep well. So my under eyes like were having issues, and this is the only eye cream. So before I was like, oh, eye creams are BS or whatever, like there's hair. But this is the only one, the Wake the Dead Coffee Scrubs eye cream, that I've found helped for me at all. It's lightweight, so it doesn't like give you milia under your eye or anything. Doesn't clog any pores, and so I use this. I like it a lot. I find it works like beautifully under makeup. So if you are looking also for a eye cream that not only works but is perfect under makeup and even like improves, like sometimes you can put makeup on, like I don't wear concealer under my eyes hardly at all, but when I do, like they look really dry, so using this fixes that. You can even put this like in the fridge and then use it, and it's extra cooling and it works like extra good. I have two things. The first one I'm going to talk about is what I've been taking the longest, and I started taking this because I did still get breakouts every now and then, but this skincare routine has basically minimized that. But I just take this to kind of regulate my hormones. Any lingering hormones that are just chilling out, doing whatever they want, like they have to get into place with this. So it's a natural, so don't be like, she's pushing more drugs on everybody. I got this on Amazon, and I believe after your first order they like send you a 10% off discount code or something for your next one. This is my second bottle. This is the DIM Bio Extra Strength formula. I don't know. It's a hormone that's not a hormone, sorry. It's a hormone like regulator that's all natural with natural ingredients and stuff like that. It is GMO free, gluten free, vegan, dairy free, and soy free. Another thing, I'm lactose intolerant, so yeah. I take this once every day, and yeah, I help if I do think it makes a difference in my skin, but also it just helps because I still do get pretty bad cramps on my period, but nowhere near as worse as it used to be before birth control. So this just kind of helps that whenever, like I've noticed that if I stop taking this for a little bit, I get worse cramps. DIM is a lot of times what some women will use when they're going through menopause, but lots of people also use it for acne and just regulating hormones in general, like the natural way. So yes, evening Primrose Oil, and you're supposed to take this 3 times a day. This is the 1000 mg, I don't know, but this is the Nature's Bound one. Evening Primrose Oil is just good for you in general. I'm not necessarily taking this to help out my skin, although it is for many women supposed to kind of help like the look of your skin, the quality, the brightness and stuff like that. I haven't noticed a difference yet. I just take it for me purely because like it's like good for you to take this kind of like a vitamin. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video if you watch it.